This woman you're looking at slept for days in the police custody. Nobody had time for each other again. Our emotional life was gradually being pushed aside. So in case you call me on the phone and I just speak and I'm telling you, no. Hi wonderful people, and welcome back again to another beautiful video. Yes, it is a wrap. Finally 2024 is coming to an end. Today is the 31st day of December 2024, and yeah, it's going to be a wrap up in the next few hours. Of course, so many of us are preparing now on how they are going to go to church, you know, their new year resolution, things they want to drop off, things they want to pick up. At this time now, everybody is trying to gather themselves and put one or two together. Yeah, so this is why I am here to also share with you guys lessons I learned this year and some of the habits that I'm going to be dropping off finally this year. Some I have dropped already, some I am yet to drop. So some of these things that will drop off me as the year is about to end, some of the things that, you know, I may have done wrongly this year that I will never do in the incoming years. So this is me welcoming you guys back to another beautiful video. If you're seeing this video right now, my name is Sandra. Welcome to a beautiful new video and happy new year in advance. Let's talk about lessons. One of the biggest lessons I learned this year is never to trust people carelessly. I'm not saying don't trust people, I mean do not trust carelessly. In the middle of the year, I did mention it briefly, although I didn't give full details, that I was scammed this year. I fell into the devil's trap out of my carelessness, let me put it like that, because I know my husband is going to watch this video, so he's obviously going to say, oh, this woman is still claiming right that it wasn't her fault. So it's all my fault. I accept all the blames. I'm going to be sharing with you guys what actually happened and how the whole thing happened. I was actually scammed of over close to $4,000, which led to a lot of pain in this family. And this person that scammed me happens to be someone that claimed to love me, because I believe that all of you watching me now, you're watching me because you love me. I also love you too. So I don't believe that we can hurt each other. Yes, I don't believe that we can hurt each other. And this is why when I get some comments from some of my subscribers, it hits me deep, because the way I connect with you people, the way I love you people, to the point that I pray for my subscribers every single day. There is no time I put my knees on the ground to pray that I don't mention my subscribers. So it really hurts me whenever anything negative, anything bad comes from anybody I call a subscriber, because you guys are like my family. I consider you guys family. So yeah, I was scammed by this person who approached me for a business, and along the line, one thing led to the other. She trusted me with a huge amount of money at first, second time, third time, the fourth time, and I became a bit relaxed, and then she placed an order for goods which I supplied on credit, and that was how she made away with the money. Till today, the police could not do much, despite the fact that we spent over $500,000 naira to get the number tracked and everything. The police couldn't do much. It led to a lot of pains. This woman you're looking at slept for days in the police custody. Yeah, likewise my husband. So a lot of things happened that I may not be giving the details here and may never give details about it. So, but this is just a tip of an iceberg of what actually happened this year that made me tell you today not to trust carelessly. Beware of the devil's devices to lure you into a trap. Yeah, so don't make my mistake of trusting people you just met. Yes, one of my friends, her dad told me something one day, and he said, whenever you meet someone for the first time, consider that person a thief until the person proves not to be one. So that reminded me of that parable that old man gave me. And yeah, life happened, and that's by the way. We're moving on from that. 2024, it was such a year. So that brings me to some of the habits I'm I'm going to be dropping off this year. How about you? Are you going to be dropping off some things? Is there anything you did, wrongly this year that you will never do again, or you're trying to correct? Me, I'm trying to correct so many mistakes I made this year because of what, the devil threw at us this year, left, right, and center. It really led to a lot of mistakes, me personally making so many mistakes. And I'm trying to gradually correct some of them, one by one. Why are you looking at me like that? Where are you going to? Which one is the Makazi? Okay, the very first thing I'm dropping this year is procrastination. Hey God, I will never see if God just lays it in my heart to do something. I'm going to do it right immediately, provided I have everything available to execute that project or to do that thing. You know why? Procrastination actually dealt with me this year. I kept procrastinating. My Facebook page that I said, oh, I'm going to start working on it, I'm going to start creating content, I'm going to start uploading content on my Facebook page. We have a family series that we wanted to start. See, everything. That was how I kept procrastinating. I kept procrastinating this month, next week, last week, next 2 weeks, and that was how, at the end of the day, 2024 is actually ending without me or us as a family, because it's a family content, actually, creating those contents that I have a lot of long list of video ideas that I've written down. I've worked on them, got them ready for shooting, but what actually stopped me from shooting all this content is what I'm yet to understand. So I am dropping procrastination because it will so delay your life. 100%, I am dropping it. Whenever something comes to my mind that I want to do it, I am doing it straight up. Trust me, I'm doing it straight up. Okay, the second one is neglecting self-care, like neglecting myself. Neglecting myself. Seriously, it's just towards the end of the year that I now remember that, oh, Sandra, you need to take care of yourself, go for a pedicure. Do you know that the last time I did pedicure was last year? Yes, last year on my husband's birthday. That's on the 12th of June. Before I did this last one that I showed in my vlog recently. 1 whole year without pedicure. And I know I have these legs that crack every single time. So I have a very bad leg. And that is enough reason for me to always do my self-care, always do my pedicure, then also facials and the rest of them, giving myself time. But I never did that this year. It was towards this end of the year that I said, Sandra, see, your color is something else. You're changing. A lot of things is changing around you. See, dedicate time to give yourself a little treat. That was when I bought some supplements for myself. I bought collagen with probiotics. I got some supplements, Well Woman that I started taking recently, and that was how I started rejuvenating a little bit, because I discovered that I was exhausted. Any little thing, I get so weak. I go to lab and there is no typhoid, no malaria. I just needed nobody to tell me that I have been stressed physically, emotionally, mentally, and otherwise. Let me say this. Do you guys know that all through this year, 2024, there was never a day that just me and my husband sat down somewhere to enjoy ourselves. We never had time for ourselves. And at some point, I discovered that this is really, really affecting us, because nobody have time for each other again. Our emotional life was gradually being pushed aside. And I called him, I said, babe, see what is going on. See what I'm observing. And he said, oh, you're always busy now. From school, you come back, this one, that one, that one. And sometimes he will be out. He'll be texting me like, I wish you're around me. I wish you're here with me. And I'll be like, does this man not know that I'm busy? But it dawned on me that we needed that time. We needed to give ourselves attention, right? So I'm never going to neglect my personal needs this year, this incoming year, and I'm never going to neglect self-care. This incoming year, I'm going to pay attention to myself. So in case you see me glowing and trying to break your screen, just know that I actually said it. I said it. I said it that I was going to do that. Okay, so anticipate. Oh God, easier said than done. May God help me. So help me, God. The third one is that I'm going to learn to stop saying a lot of yes. Yes. I'll stop telling people yes, 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 yes to everything, including my children, including my husband, including family members. I'm going to learn to stop saying yes to everything. So it's dropping this year. So in case you call me on the phone and I just speak and I'm telling you no, 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 just know that I have said it earlier. I'm going to stop saying a lot of yes, because I'm this person that goes out of my way to do things, like to want to please everybody. But I've come to realize that humans are insatiable. You can never satisfy human beings, no matter who, even your spouse. You can never please them 100%. So do what your strength can carry, and the rest, let it sit and wait for God's time. Trust me. So because I dedicated this year to 100% family, 100% everything, every other thing, you know, apart from my own personal needs. So I'm going to give a lot of things backseat this year. I'm going to say a lot of no. Like my favorite word this year is going to be no. Sorry, I can't help. No. Because at some point I was losing my own self. Just like what I said earlier, I neglected myself 100%. I never paid attention to my own self. It was just about everybody around me. So in order for me not to lose myself, lose my senses, so I think we need to also try and slow down a bit and say some no's. So I have a box filled with no that I'm going to tell a lot of people this incoming year. So don't be offended if you call me on phone and I pick the call and I'm just telling you, hey, no, 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 no. Another thing I'm going to be dropping off this year is negative self-talk. And I've seen a lot of people complain about that in the comment section. You know, when I even newly started my YouTube channel, I'm going to be dropping it off finally this year. Every word that will come out of my mouth in the year 2025 and beyond is going to glorify God's name. I've seen myself, you know, saying things like, oh, Chime, Buomo, you know, in situations where I know I can actually pray and then God will intervene. I see myself, first of all, the first thing that will come out of my mouth is, hey, Jesus, you know, stuff like that. God, is there ever going to be a way out of this? You know, using my mouth to limit myself. So I'm going to limit negative, not limit, I'm going to stop 100%. And so help me God, negative self-talks, not just to myself, also to my children. You know, when they offend you and you're so pain and you're so hurt, to be like, Opagi, you will see stuff like that. God forbid. We are all humans. As much as I coach on parenting and stuff like that, I still make these little mistakes. So it's one thing to know that you're actually sick and you start looking for solution or the drugs to take that will cure you. And there's another thing to, you know, not know that you're sick and you're just sick without knowing what you're sick with. So now I have figured this out. It took me time to put down these points that I'm talking about. So I really need to slow down. I'm going to replace it with, you know, positive affirmations. It is well with me. God is faithful. That's my favorite. If you know me very well, you know that God is faithful is my favorite affirmation. I always see God faithful in everything. But before that, God is faithful, I'll first of all say something that later I'll regret. So I'm going to slow down with negative talks and replace with positive affirmations. And I'm also going to teach my children that this year is going to be, this incoming year is going to be a very sweet one, because a lot of things are dropping and we are picking up a lot of good things. And the next one is my social media time. Yeah. As much as I am a content creator, I create content, I'm always here, you know, searching for content, watching other people's content. I need to minimize and reduce 100%. Like, I need to really work on this area, my social media time, because a couple of times I've seen myself wake up in the morning and then I just pick up my phone and I'm on social media. I pray NSPPD prayer, but before then, I'll just pick my phone and then, you know, maybe a Bible passage will pop up on my screen because of my online Bible, and then I'll just scroll past it. I've seen another notification that will attract me to go check on, or I go to my YouTube studio, go to my YouTube to check on my videos, how they are doing. Listen, I'm going to drop that off this year. Social media time, screen time is going to drastically drop. I am this person that loves watching Nigerian home videos, so I'm going to drop, drastically the level of time I spend watching movies, watching social medias, because now I am in school. I'm a student, as you guys know, so I really need to pay attention this year, and I have a council exam, a nursing council exam coming up in less than 2 months, so I really need to minimize and work on these things. I'm going to get a paper and a pen, sit down and do these calculations, really work on them, so that I don't end up spending much of my time that I'll use to study, or I'll use to research, to create content, to do better things. I don't spend them on social media space. So I'm really going to minimize, my social media time and screen time. Then the very last one that makes it the sixth one is I'm going to drop off the speed of quick temper. Yeah. A lot of you don't know that I'm very quick tempered. I have very quick temper. Like, I get angry easily. And this past year, it caused a lot of, chaos around me. It caused a lot of misunderstandings between me and some people. So I'm really going to work on that area of my life seriously. I'm very serious about this one. I'm really going to work more. Not that I've not been working on it. Of course, over the years, I've been working on it. I used to be very highly temperamental, but God has really dealt with me. See, if God could deal with me in the area of high temperament, there is nobody that God cannot deal with. So God has actually dealt with me in that area, and I believe that if I put a little more effort, into it and pray more about it, it's going to completely die off completely, because the Bible says that anger is found in the dwelling place of fools. Anger is found in the dwelling place of fools. So if I am not a fool, I don't see why I should get angry easily or allow my anger to linger. Yes, because I am not a fool. So these are some of the things I am going to be dropping off this year. Tell me about yours. Are you excited that the year is ending? Are you happy for the incoming year? What are your resolutions? What are you dropping off? What are you picking up? Let's talk about that in the comment section. Happy New Year once again in advance. And I'm going to see you guys once again with another beautiful new video tomorrow. And this one has to do with a lot of things I'm going to be picking. Now I told you guys what I'm dropping off. I'm also going to be telling you what I'm picking up in the incoming year. So let's call it a wrap here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.